Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Barcast TV. Today we have another high-level 2v2 match between some really top-rated players here in the bar community. Before we introduce our teams, just want to give a shout-out to the upcoming 2v2 tournament Taku's been hosting, or is hosting himself. And I wanted to give you all a preview of some of the teams, so I'm going to read off some of the notable names. Looks like we actually have 28 teams already signed up. Some notable ones like Taku Stardom, Neza Zhao, Andy Daywalker, Inda Club Chisato. I'm missing some with Sabutai Flash, so some really great teams here. It should be a really fun event. It's going to be on the 27th of January, so I hope to see you guys there. I'm going to be casting it along with Spreezy. I think Requiem is going to be there to host the thing, so it's going to be a lot of fun. It should be on the Bar official Twitch if y'all have a chance. February 27th, make your way over there and we'll have a good match. So that out of the way, let's introduce our players. Representing the blue team, playing as the Cortex Commander, we have Pro Andy, spawning bot lab first. And his teammate is going to be Stardom as the green police, is also playing Cortex, opening vehicles. There are two opponents spawning on the bottom side of the map. We have in the red, Chisato, opening core bots. And his teammate, my friend, playing as the yellow pieces, we have Inda Club, who's opening arm bots as well. So this is just a taste of what's to come here. Should be a really great match. We're going to be playing this on Sierra today. A really high average wind speed map. As I say that, it's plummeting. Pretty strong map. There's these interesting terrain feature here in the middle. There's this +5 mechs in the dead center of the map. There's some water mechs you can grab maybe, or just these little islands. Don't see players going for those too often. It's kind of hard to do everything at once in this game, so yeah. Nice to see a bunch of spectators here in the lobby. Looks like first blood's going to someone. One of these ticks are going down. It's trying to get this Mex. I think he's going to end up getting it. A little bit of a power stall there from Stardom, but that tick is shooed away. So nice pick off there. You see Chisato is going to pick off one of Andy's grunts. Really nice repair micro there, actually. I just saw that at the end. And I'm looking forward to what these guys actually are showing in their own team games here in the future. I think, from what I understand, Andy's already been practicing with his buddy Daywalker. They should be a great team. And yeah, so here we are. We have a single bot expanding behind Andy's base. We have another bot coming to assist this. It's just going to be grabbing those mexes, probably adding on some LLTs. Looks like this pawn canceled that building LLT actually here from Stardom, so he might end up losing this construction vehicle. He's going to try and get a repair off, a little bit of a citizen's arrest, but pawns can take down construction vehicles pretty quickly. See some more harassment here, just the early game scuffles we typically see from games. Some ticks here are going to shut down this rover harassment here from Stardom, and take a zoom out and you can see, there's only really a couple of units on each side of the map. Looks like Chisato's doing a pretty cool job hiding a grunt there in the top left corner. It's going to be in vision of that radar, and you see Andy immediately comes and clean that up. Another grunt was hidden here on the top side of the map, and it's going to be a little bit of a pain to deal with that. And he's going to find this expanding construction vehicle, a bunch of ticks moving across the map. Interesting to see. Ticks have their time and place in the game. Of course, the longer you get into the match, the more grunts, the more tanks are on the battlefield, the harder they are to use. But look at this. Chisato catching one of these cons in the open, and this pawn has 6 kills. That's incredible. I think a lot of those might be scouts, but so Stardom's down 1 con, not the end of the world. Definitely not ideal, of course. And look at this nice unit spread from Rid. Just trying to find a hole in with these grunts. I think this LLT is going to get up. He's going to be shoot away there, and it's just like these 4 versus the commander. We all know how that goes. It's going to get taken care of. Let's look at these main bases and statistics here. See both teams dead even on metal. Chisato looks like he's moving out with his commander finally. He's going to cap one of these mexes. One con just finished off the line. See his teammate in the clubs also moving out of the main base with his commander. He's got his second con turret almost finished. See Andy's trying to fix his wind here at the moment. No con turrets, 4 constructors in the main base, so I like to see that. He does a really good job of getting out that build power early in the game, and then of course Stardom is just getting at his second con turret. He's got 1 assisting that factory. Nice little battle here in the middle. We see 5 grunts going down. That might be a nice point to trigger one of these res bots coming in. We see Andy's factory. He's got 6 grunts, 1 con on repeat. Pretty standard. Nice way to automate your scaling build power as the game progresses. A run by attempt here from Chisato. We're gonna get blocked maybe? Oh, sick catch right there. Well done, blocking those grunts from running by. Even a little citizen's arrest there. Really good controls. See, bit of a missed micro though. Andy was running into it. Nice little arc there from the red player. And Into Club's continuing to make these ticks. What is he? Finally moving on to 7 pawns, 1 con on repeat. He's got a nice LLT starting up here, or finished rather, and is going to be continuing to expand. This is a great place for a radar if you play on this map though. Any of these hit like 4 hills that overlook the center area. Great place to add a radar. So more units, and we have a little bit of massing in the center. Perhaps these 2 armies will join together. I think he had an opportunity, or the red team had an opportunity to overwhelm Andy here for the moment, but not going to happen. Stardom calling out this big pile of ticks that are moving forward. I wonder if he has to know those are ticks just based off of the unit speed. And I don't think one LLT is going to be able to stop this. If he's trying to find some damage, a single tank's going to shoo that away. A couple of grunts maybe going to corner these ticks. Decent control here from our man Into Club. Just hugging this cliff, trying to scurry past with these ticks. Pretty cool to see. And if we notice the minimap, I see some new units coming out. We have some thugs coming out for a red player and some Rockos for our man Into Club. So going to be switching up techs for now. Just going to be pressuring, I'm sure, these LLT positions that Stardom's creeping out onto the map off of his quadrant. Have a little bit of a commander scuffle. No one wants to really commit, but we have medium tanks already too. So 2 factory production for Chisato. I'm not sure if he can afford this off of his eco at the moment. We have some nice slider sharing from both teams. We should see more of that in the future here. That was a nice trades for Into Club. You're just backing up, making an arc. You can't push into that. So where are these 2 teams going? I think Stardom's making a play for the middle. I really like that. Andy's pooling his forces up here. I don't think he's going to quite lose this 3-mech spot, but at the moment his commander is kind of pinched between, or Chisato's commander is kind of pinched. Andy's stepping forward. His Viking crowns are a little intimidating, I'm sure. Let's see, what is this key here? Clear the UI. I don't know what it is on grid. I usually use that to grab screenshots after the fact, but if you don't like this kind of 2v2 content, I know I cast mostly 1v1s, but if you like these small T games, let me know in the comment section. While you're there, if you hit the like button, subscribe, I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, helps the bar grow, and really looking forward to 2024 for you guys. So thank you for all those comments you've been leaving me. I really appreciate that. See, Stardom's commander is kind of trying to creep his way into the middle. Into Club broke through this position, and I actually don't like this for Stardom. He's a little bit vulnerable here at the moment. Kind of dancing his army around between these 2 positions, but that is a lot of pawns and Rockos that can really pressure the main base easily, so he's forced to move his main army back up to defend his triple mechs. Meanwhile, Chisato is free to get up an exploiter here in the middle mechs. Plus 5 mechs, I think, is going to pay for itself pretty quickly. And he's doing a good job of holding this line, not letting Chisato push in on that superior tech. It did end up reclaiming his factory, so I like to see that. But this is really nice to see here. 4 con turrets in this forward factory. It's going to be getting these vehicles to the front line very quickly. And he's doing what he can to step around, but a couple of pounders have been made, actually. This is not what you want to run into with these clumped up grunts. You see how many shots he gets off. 1 shot goes off. Bunch of grunts going down. Really nice trade. He's getting a lot of value there. So many grunts going down. Really nice pick off there. Meanwhile, Stardom's commander is a little bit isolated. He's pulling back to his LLT forest, but that's just going to give these pawns a chance to counterattack around. Looks like there was a trade there in the top right mid. A lot of wreck and reclaim here, but Into Club's commander is right there. He can move up that hill. There's a lot of different moving pieces. I'm going to try and do my best to keep an eye on this. There's already in medium tanks going up against these Rockos here for Andy. He's busy trying to make some additional LLTs. Looks like this counterattack attempt is going to be shut down on the right side. These pawns are forced to move directions here. He might end up getting pinched between these pounders here, and Andy's going to take the trade. He steps forward. Going to clean up all of those pawns. But here we have a grunt counterattack here from our man Chisato, who's going to at least take out this geothermal, I imagine. Single LT was able to get scrambled up here on the high ground, but yeah, these grunts are going to hold it behind that Hydro. I'm going to take that down. Where is this game state at? Let's zoom out both teams. Looks like the red team is up on metal at the moment. Stardom calling out. He feels a little like his consolidated here against Indian Club. That just makes me think he's tuning to tech or something like that. No, he's just on 2 factory production. He's got 2 geos up, a lot of wind turbines, so really good job scaling Zico there. And he's trying to hold on. He's got a twin guard up, but these already are starting to get their value. We see they're pressuring this position. 2 of the mexes has already gone down. Andy's calling out he can hold. There's a nice little reclaim field to keep his economy up for now. Stardom was able to push Chisato off of that +5 mex, so kind of denying him feeding that metal against Andy here at the moment. Finally see some medium tanks here for Inda Club though, making their way to the front line. Another Geo going up, and more pawns being massed here, so I think we're going to have another counterattack here for the moment, trying to keep an eye on both of these at the same time. This reclaim field, interesting enough, Andy didn't get out a Resbot here. I'm wondering, oh, he reclaimed his T1 lab and is going for T2, so he's trying to get these Sheldons out for now. I kind of like that choice. There's not a lot of medium tanks to contest them, just more of these light artillery, so Sheldons do very well against Artie, I'm sure. A little bit of micro, you're not going to get hit. You can fire back, get those nice clean shots. But this is a problem here. 3 tanks counterattacking. Andy's trying to get up some Dragon's Teeth. I don't think those are going to go up in time, so he's forced to pull some grunts off the front line, which he desperately needs. Chisato's commander is even going to be walking on the back. I'm wondering if Andy knows that's happening. He sees the commander moving around. He actually was able to get out a spy bot here. He's going to give himself vision of these units. Take a look at Chisato's vision for now. Looks like he thought better of it. He's pulling back. He might actually end up trying to scramble up this hill and get some D-guns off. He's going to cloak his commander. Does Andy know that's happening? He knows that's there. He sees the radar signature, but he's not reacting. Nice control D on that spy bot. But look at this commander position. He's going for the comm bomb. He gets the T2 lab, trades the commander for it. That was a really nice pickup. Nice trade. He's got a well-assisted factor here. He's going to be able to continue to put the pressure on. Andy's calling out. He lost that T2 lab. So at the moment, he's kind of out on vehicles. And there's T2 out, actually. Where is... This is a T2 lab, excuse me. I thought that was a T1 lab. So just a great transition there. Taking out his opponent's own T2 lab while getting up his own. And these Quakers did a really nice job of taking out that commander. Last comm for the blue team is in the middle of the map. I don't think they're going to be able to dive on that anytime soon. There's a triad here. Warden turret, a bunch of twin guards, a single commander, so I don't think that's going to go down. But Andy's commander is, or Andy's base is really at risk. It's going to continue to get shelled. The T2 mexes are going to be cleaned up, a lot of these wind turbines, and these Quakers are going to have control of the high ground. Yeah, that cob palm was really well done. I think the writing might be on the wall here. Nothing to really stop these two teams from like consolidating their forces and pushing the mid and getting the last commander, or just clearing out the one main base. And well, how did I miss this? This entire base is gone. What did I... Sorry, I missed that. What? Not sure how that happened, actually. But yeah, this should be about it. We see the red team somehow is behind, or it's not actively tracking the metal, but we see here in the metal produced, red team is up about 10k. Bunch of ticks are trying to shark around looking for damage. We even have these tiger tanks making their way out on the battlefield. I think that's going to be game. Inda Club did a really nice job of scaling his E. I mean, look at all this. Look at all this energy. He's got 3 power plants, tons of wind turbines, a lot of build power. So I think Stardom is just going to suicide with his commander. One last stand, but Andy's calling GG, taps out. Still in the match at the moment. Chisato calling GG as well. So really well played, guys. I hope you enjoyed this kind of 2v2 match. I'll be sure to cast some more of these as we build up to the tournament on the 27th. And once again, if you like the content, hit the like button, and probably be seeing you guys here pretty soon. Just waiting for this commander to do its thing. Stardom's not going to go down without a fight. See these medium tanks turning, getting their shots off. Ticks swarming from the left side. Pounders doing what they can to stop this, but this commander is definitely not long for this world. Finally goes down. That's it. Red team takes it. Well played, guys. See you all in the next replay.